Hi everyone, welcome. Today we're going to talk to Joanna Berger about her article she did in the IAABC journal. My name is Ines McNeil. I'm the marketing chair right now for the IAABC. So go ahead, Joanna, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, well, I'm Joanna, and I live in Virginia. I have a beautiful 10-acre property with lots of wildlife here, and my flock of backyard chickens, my dog, and my cat, who you might see popping into this video because he likes to say
Wow.
and I also have a bearded dragon. And I own the animal behavior consultancy, so I do in-home pet behavior consultations. But in November, I graduated from the University of Edinburgh's Masters of Science in Applied Animal Behavior and Animal Welfare program.
Wow,
And
congrats.
thank you. Yeah, thanks. Um, and then before that, I worked as a veterinary nurse for 5 years in an exotics practice and a busy cat and dog practice. And before that, my bachelor's degree was in psychology from the University of Virginia. And while I was there, I worked in a reptile research lab, the Rhodey Biology Lab. So, long time interest in animal behavior.
Absolutely, yeah, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about what article you wrote for this quarter's journal.
So I was really lucky to be approached by the IAABC, and they interviewed me about the African Grey Parrot behavior research that I did for my dissertation for my master's degree. So I'm in the Spotlight on New Research article in the spring journal.
Oh, that's awesome. And what inspired you to write this article other than them kind of poking you to come write it for you for the journal?
Um, so I I wanted to share my research, and it was a great opportunity to try to get my research out there. I did discover some new facts about African gray parrot behavior, and have a nice, defined a lot of their social behaviors in my paper. So I want people to be able to find that easily. And also talked a lot about the fact that they dig holes in the dirt, which most people don't know. So I wanted to
Interesting.
share that knowledge. Um, and while I was doing my project, I had a really difficult time finding parrot research. I ended up having to have a friend translate a unpublished PhD thesis from German, because that was the closest study to mine, of grays in an aviary. And then I was also digging up like old research done by undergraduates, which described wild parrot behavior. It's just really rare. So after having all those struggles, I really wanted to get my work out there for people to find easily.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I would think there would be a little bit more research out there, but I guess not. That's unfortunate. Um, and who do you think will find this article most relevant?
It'll be immediately relevant to people who are like planning and designing new aviaries, so zoos or parrot sanctuaries, parrot rescue groups. But it'll also be relevant to parrot behaviorists who could use my social behavior ethograms to predict, interactions between parrots, because I was able to define different behaviors that parrots use to communicate with each other. So there was some research on parrots communicating with people, but it's nice to see how their body postures communicate social information with each other to predict their behavior in the home. And it came up with some new ideas for parrot enrichment using mulch as a cheap parrot toy.
Yeah.
So that can be useful, and that's also going to be useful for parrot owners who might be wanting to enrich the lives of their parrots. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, that's awesome. And where can somebody that's interested? Where can they learn a little bit more about this topic?
Well, you can read the Spotlight on Research article in the spring 2017 issue of the IAABC journal, and my scientific paper is on ResearchGate, so you can read it, download it for free. It's also available on my LinkedIn profile. And I have a YouTube channel with videos of some of the footage of the parrots in the aviary from my study. And there's also a video on my channel about of me giving a presentation on my paper, which I just did for the Animal Behavior Management Alliance conference.
Wow.
So You can also, I'm always happy to answer questions. I love talking about my research in African Greys. So I'm on Twitter, Joanna Berger, MSC is my handle. And my company is on Facebook. It's the Animal Behavior Consultancy. We have a website, animalbehaviorconsultancy.com. And coming up, actually this Saturday, if you happen to be in Virginia, you can go to the sanctuary where I did my research, because they're having their annual open house, which is their only time that they're open to the public. And so that's on Saturday. And they have a beautiful parrot sanctuary with really nice aviaries. So it's really nice to see what they're doing there. And they share a lot on their Facebook page too. So they're Project Perry, Perry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then if you're interested in learning some more about planning different types of enrichment for exotic animals, The Shape of Enrichment is a really good resource. And I used a book called Environmental Enrichment for Captive Animals by Robert Young. That's a really great book from UFAW Publishers. And then the World Parrot Trust is a great place to find information about pet parrots and about wild behavior of wild parrots.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. Yeah, we'll definitely post some links in the comments of this video so people can have access to those resources. Awesome.
Thank
you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of
really
course.
nice.
Awesome.